All right, y'all. We are going to talk real quick about this RLAARLO. I know I'm probably saying wrong, but that's just how I pronounce it, like RLAARLO. This AK917. There's a couple of things that people are talking about with this vehicle. A lot of people are actually loving it. Can't wait to get it. And then a lot of influencers got this car to test out. So I'm just going to talk briefly on a couple things, and then I'll tell you guys what I think about the car so far, because I know a lot of people have pre-ordered it, and there is a link down below in the description if you want to pre-order it. Whether you get this one, which is the full all blown out one, the carbon fiber one and stuff, ready to run, or you get the aluminum version ready to run, or you get the rollers. It's still out there and available. But first off, I do want to say that I have enjoyed running this car. I've been running this car an awful lot, and I've been running it more than I've been putting it on videos. I actually was running with a friend. I ended up crashing it, trying to showboat going like 80 miles per hour. And I actually ran in and I hit the side of a curve. And that's what happens when you actually hit something at 80 miles per hour. No one is saying that this car is indestructible and it's not breakable. Any car, I don't care which company, who you get, whatever, you hit something at 80 miles per hour, it's gonna break. 60, 70 miles per hour, shoot, 30, 40 miles per hour. So yes, the car is breakable. Any car is. For the value, you get this at a pre-order price. I think it is good. Like I said, whether you get the carbon fiber or you get the aluminum, no other company thus far offers a 10 scale car that's got some of the characteristics and got some of the stuff that this vehicle has at the price they're offering for this. This car's main competition is going to be the Traxxas, the Fortec 2.0 or 3.0. And then you got the Arma Vendetta and then the Infraction 3S. Now, I don't have a Vendetta to compare it against this. It'd be good if I had one to compare, but I don't have one. So I don't know how a Vendetta runs except for seeing it run and running a friend's car and stuff, which is fine. So that's this vehicle's main competition. But you got to understand, for $299 and then about $10 shipping, I think you're paying like $314 total. You are getting with this carbon fiber version, you're getting extra stuff with it, but you're getting a full blown car that can run 2, 3, and 4S lipo. Aluminum wheels, I thought they were plastic. I looked back up and you guys are correct. They are aluminum wheels. This thing has got 8 scale differentials in it. And then you get extra gears to change this vehicle out. And you guys saw in my test that I did run this at 2, 3, and 4S on Super Speed Saturday. The motor got to about 100 and I think 11, 12 degrees. And I was running on 4S. So, of course, you can gear up and then run the other stuff. Now, I'm going to be working on this car. I'm going to be tweaking the car. I'm going to be looking at the diff oils. And then some of you guys are asking about, can Mod 1 pinion gears and spurs? Can you do all that? I'll be looking at that really soon because I'm pretty sure you can fit one on there. And I'll let you guys know about that. I do have some foam tires that I'm going to order. I do want to get the tires first to try them before I recommend them because I want to make sure that the tires I get are going to stick for this. But this vehicle is good. You can't beat it for the price. And what they're doing is, the reason why influencers are getting this vehicle early is because they want us to be able to test it, let them know if there's any issues so they can correct it before they sell it to the masses, which is good. And they're also offering it at a discounted price, which is excellent too. So if there's any issues, they can fix them before they ship the vehicle out to everyone else, which is very smart for them to do. So if there was an issue, let's say, for instance, we're saying something's rubbing or something's not right, before you guys get them, they're trying to correct all that. And these vehicles will be shipped out towards the end of the month, before the end of the month. So you should get them, within a couple of weeks when they start getting ready to ship them out. It depends if you paid expedited shipping, et cetera, et cetera. But this vehicle has been good. Like I said, stock out the box. You cannot beat this for the price. I mean, you get a lipo with it and it comes ready to run. Depends on which version you get. You're going to get more with it. And you also get, of course, 2 different color schemes and stuff with it. But this vehicle, I mean, like I said, for the price, you just cannot beat it. And you guys know I don't try to sit up here and sell you on a vehicle and this is the best thing since peanut butter and jelly or anything like that. I'm not trying to convince you guys on that. But I've run the vehicle. I can make this vehicle and I'm going to make it a little bit faster with some of the stock stuff you get with it before I start adding a lot more things to it. For instance, I'm going to turn this light on just a minute. You guys see you get sway bars and stuff with it. And you see down in there, you get, let me get a little pointer real quick. You get droop screws and stuff. So I can actually adjust this and lower the vehicle down so it's not catching as much air and lower this down some, which I plan on doing with it. And I'm going to make some minor adjustments to it. The radio and stuff is fine for what you get with the vehicle. I will be trying a different radio. I'm probably going to try a TSM radio with it just for a little bit of stability control. But there's been guys out there that have gotten this vehicle to run just straight. And they probably have done a couple of things to modify it. The surfaces that I have run this vehicle on is not the best for speed runs for a 10 scale car. It's going to be good for 7 scale cars and 8 scale cars. But for a 10 scale car where every little bump and grind where you guys saw it ran is going to actually make the car go a little bit offline and stuff like that. It's not the best area for it, but I have areas I can run this at. I'm just going to try to get out there when I start doing some modifications to it and just adjusting the car stock out the box without doing anything. You guys see with the suspension that probably if you're doing speed runs, you need to make some adjustments for that. When I did my runs, I had my GPS positioned here. So it was actually catching more air here, causing the car just to turn just a little bit. So I'll put the GPS actually right here because it will fit right here on the chassis. I was just trying to get something out to show you guys this vehicle runs. But like I said, all in all, this vehicle is right now from my testing and stuff, one of the best value on-road 10 scale cars you can get, especially at the pre-order price. Now, when it gets off a pre-order, it's going to be a whole different story. But they also have some competition stuff they got coming up. It says something about a $20,000 something. I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably do something like they did with the buggy, where the person that has the fastest car will get money, extra stuff, and all that. So they're doing, in my opinion, some of the stuff in the industry that we want to see. I know it's kind of Christmas anticipation waiting on your vehicle, but once you get it, I think you guys will be satisfied with it. And you guys are going to do a lot more stuff than what we're doing, because a lot of you guys, I've looked at some of your comments and I looked at some of your channels. A lot of you guys are very innovative, if not all of you, and you got all kinds of plans for this vehicle. And I'll definitely be watching a lot of your videos on it to see what you guys have done, because the only thing I'm thinking about is looking at a couple of different bodies that can fit on here. I'll have to take this off, getting different tires and wheels. I'll be looking at the gear ratio to see what I can change in there and stuff with this. But you guys saw, when I did my speed run, I was tearing some curves up and the car survived. This just happened because I was actually going down trying to showboat, and wow, you can even see how I kind of tore into the tire and stuff. You know, I hit that pretty hard, but I'll be doing some adjustments. But you guys see here, the chassis and stuff is not cracked. It just got a little scraped under the bottom. And since I was actually making some adjustments, I had pulled this back because it does come with this chassis protector with that. So I'll have to make some adjustments to this because this could be rubbing and causing things too, which I will do at some point. And like I said, I did smack that curve pretty hard. I smacked it real hard. I wish I would have filmed it, but I smacked it pretty hard. But I have a lot of friends, or I'm saying a lot. I got a couple of friends that are ordering this vehicle. I have a friend that actually, I'm not going to say his name, but you know, I'm going to call you out. He actually ordered one, and he ordered like a couple $100 in extra parts. It was kind of funny in a way, but it's fine. I mean, because he's excited about getting this vehicle. I mean, there's things with this vehicle. I'm going to turn this over real quick. And this is just going to be kind of a JT talking video. I mean, with this, I got to put the screw in there. Also, I'm going to tell you guys about a couple of things too. You know, you can adjust the battery tray and they give you these battery straps forward, which is good. Most companies are going to require you to do their upgraded kit, or they're going to have to buy an aftermarket kit to sit up here and upgrade this battery to fit larger batteries in here. With this, you don't. With this carbon fiber version, you don't. You get these actual straps and stuff. I don't know if this comes with the aluminum version. I'm pretty sure it does. But you can also adjust these straps over, these battery holder trays over, to be able to fit larger batteries. And I showed you guys that with some 4S lipos that I had and stuff there in my garage. But this is one of my SMC 3Ss that fits in here. And my 4S fits in here just perfect. And then I got some 6500s coming and stuff pretty soon too. So I'll be definitely doing tests with that. So that's the rant on this car. I think this is a good vehicle. Wait until you guys start getting it and getting speed runs with it, because I can see guys putting weights on the side of this vehicle to help balance it out more, putting weight on the front, and possibly doing some other adjustments to get this car to actually stay down and stay straight. There's some speed run guys out there that I know are going to make this car, you know, 150 plus mile per hour car, because it's capable of it. It really is, just with some minor adjustments and spending a couple of bucks on it. And I can't wait to see what you guys do as far as speed runs go, because I know you guys are going to do a lot of stuff. You're going to take the tires off, etc. with it. Now, just real quick on just for me having this vehicle, some of the things that I'm just going to tell you to do or possibly just be cautious of when you get the vehicle. So one thing is with these screws, when you're working on this vehicle and you're trying to change out like the battery tray screws to move them over and stuff like that, even in the rear of it, I do recommend that you do not use a mechanic or electronic screwdriver. Like I got this Dremel here. Go ahead and manually try to loosen those up first before you use anything that's going to automatically unscrew those screws with it. Because I did that on one. I just put it in there and started trying to loosen it with it. And it actually was turning so much, it actually stripped some of the screw and stuff in there. But I was able to get it out. So I do recommend that you use, when you first do this, just go ahead and twist it manually and then use your electric drill, whatever you have, or tool, whatever you have to unscrew those. So that's going to be something you're going to need to do when you start working on this, and especially for these battery trays. Just go ahead and just unscrew those a little bit. And I mentioned, go ahead and just adjust these. I wouldn't even worry about leaving them in the stock position, and go ahead and take that stock. It comes with a plastic battery strap that goes from here to here. Just go ahead and remove that and go ahead and put these Velcro straps in, because when you start going to larger 3S, especially these hard cases, the strap, as you guys can see there, is not really going to fit on there. So the plastic strap that goes kind of across the rest in the other room. So go ahead and make that adjustment. I think if you're going to do speed runs, test it on 2S and then make your adjustments for there. You'll probably have to tighten your suspension up just a little bit and go ahead and adjust these droop screws and then do some parallel test run with it. Just kind of back and forth. Of course, warm your tires up just a little bit. Depends on the area and where you're at, but do that as well with that. And I think once you do those minor things, you'll get a straight running fast car with that. And I should have did that, but I was just kind of like you guys are when you first get it. You're so excited to run it. You can run it straight out the box as it is on 2S and 3S and still do good. When you start going to 4S and you start hitting 70 plus miles per hour, you will have to make adjustments with it. But it's not anything major that you'll have to do with this vehicle to be able to handle those 80 plus miles per hour stock out the box with that. With the speed controller, from what I know of right now, there's not too many adjustments you can do with it. I'm still trying to go back to look at a couple of things with it, but it actually is pretty much fine out the box as it comes. With the radio, they included this type of radio because you guys can see in here, get this up close to you real quick. You guys can see here that these are the channels. Not even focusing in on that. Like, where are you going, JT? These right here are going to be the channels. You get up to 6 channels on this receiver with this, and they're using 3 of them. And then you have these additional on here on the side. Get this over here. What am I doing? Get these here on the side for the lights. Now, what I did was so funny when me and a friend was actually looking at this. I unplugged all these and I forgot the order that they come in. So if you're going to run this stock, make sure that when you unplug these, you remember the order that they go into or which one goes where. And you can actually adjust. So if you plug the wrong ones in, it's not going to mess the car up. It's just the lights are going to work a little bit different. I got to look at how these were originally kind of plugged in, because I think when my signals left and right aren't working with it, because I plugged it into a different socket on this receiver for it, which is fine. But the lights still come on and they work with that. What else with this vehicle? That's been about it. I mean, other than making some adjustments, the speed controller, from what I know of right now, is not adjustable. Maybe they got a programming card out there or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys may know. With that, adjust the battery straps, and then these screws, like I said, just with the screws alone, go ahead and just manually loosen those up before you use anything electronic on it. You guys see down here in the back where I told you I've run this car a lot more than what I've put out there on YouTube with it. But I'm going to make some adjustments for it. I'm going to actually work on this thing here. Actually, when I hit that curve, I lost my turnbuckle for this side. So I'm going to see what is a compatible part for that. If not, I'll probably end up trying to take this off and using an end from something or something putting on there with that. But it's no big ordeal. I'll be letting you guys know about different tires and wheels you can use on here. I told you guys before, they do give you some wheel hexes that are going to be there. I got some aluminum ones that I want to try that I have for like some of my Stampede or Traxxas vehicles that I want to see if those are going to fit. And if those work, I'll give you guys a part listing. I'm not going to hold anything from you. I'll let you know if you want to upgrade from these plastics to aluminum, do this. If you want to try foam tires, these are the different foam tires that are out here that you can get, and the compounds for this or that, for whatever you want to do with it, because I know people are going to want those upgrades. And then when I start looking at the gearing of this, I'll let you guys know about the different gearing and stuff. People are going to put Mod 1 gears. I know they're already going to do that already. And that's why I say if this car is going about 80 something stock out the box, and then you can get it over to 100 with a lot of the modifications for it. Imagine when you start putting Mod 1 gears in here and getting this thing kind of planted down, putting some weights on it. Maybe some companies will make some additional stuff for this, like maybe RC Speed Mods will make some air dams and other things for it, maybe aluminum bumper and all that, or at least aluminum splitter or something. I don't know, but I can see all that being done for this vehicle because I think the aftermarket companies are kind of going to go crazy with this once this vehicle gets out because their buggy was good. So that's kind of, like I said, that's kind of my 2 cents on this. Take it as you want. With this, I like the vehicle. Whether I had bought it or not, I would have gotten one because I would have probably gotten the aluminum version because it's actually a pretty cool car. I like the orange color, so I do have a body that I gonna put on order for this. I am gonna order a couple extra parts, and I do plan on working on this vehicle a lot more. I'm gonna check these divs, like I said, and check the oil in them and stuff, and then do some adjustments for it because this car is capable of 150 plus miles per hour. This will be faster than some of my other cars that I've gotten because I do want to try to see if I can get there over time. Right now, we got some crazy weather going on, but it's allowing me time to work on it. But anyway, that's going to be my rant of this. And it's not really a rant. I just want to let you guys know some people are kind of being derogatory to us, which is fine. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But for the pre-sale price and what you get is one of the best out there thus far. I think some other companies could probably look to see what's going on with this and see what they're doing and maybe replicate what they're doing. I mean, I don't know if companies want to do that, but I think it's good that they're doing that and offering this at pre-sale prices and letting people kind of test it before everybody gets it and all that to find out any flaws. But anyway, that's going to be a 16-minute talk on this vehicle. I think it's good whether you got the roller, whichever one, or whether you got the ready to run, whichever one. I think you guys are going to be good. I mean, fan here on the body, and that's what's helped keep the car cool. I think they really thought this out. I think it was, what did they say, 22 months in the making or something like that. If they make this into a larger scale vehicle, it's really going to be something. If they make this into 8 scale or 7 scale, if that's their next step, they do this for this and maybe for the buggy or something, they'll have some more winners on their hands, which I'm pretty sure they got some stuff in the works, which I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure they got stuff in the works for this. But anyway, put your comments down below of what you think about this. This was a 17 minute video. I was trying to make it only 5 or 10 minutes, less than that, but it ended up being longer than that. But so far, so good. Temps have been good. I haven't needed even a fan or a heat sink for the motor with this. And we'll see at some point if we want to change this out and put a different motor in there. Because, of course, you can mount a speed controller on top here and it's not going to interfere with the body. So you can mount your speed controller here and put a longer motor in here. And I'll give you guys measurements on that and put a couple motors on here. One thing I'd be looking at is you guys see how close that motor is to the chassis, basically touching on the chassis. So maybe there's something that's going to come out to a different motor mount or something to mount bigger and larger motors on here. But we'll cover that in the next couple of weeks if someone else doesn't cover it by then, which I'm pretty sure they will, which would be good. But put your comments down below of what you guys want to see me do next with this. I'm definitely going to fix this. I'll be looking at the gears on there and a couple other things. So as always, appreciate you guys watching.